Glad you're here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, home of the Reds since 2003. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for Cincinnati, Hunter Greene. Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
About to get started here, Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. And we're underway here in Cincinnati.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
On the ground, De La Cruz to first.
He's out.
One out in the top of the first. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
Lars Nootbar stands in now and watches strike one. Greene with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
That's a ball.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts, and right now it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
That one ripped right center field, carrying well. That one hops against the fence. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
One out, runner at second. Pedro Pages digs in now.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Just one hit in his last 5 games. Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Man at second. Right through there for a strike. Just underway here in Cincinnati. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2.
Ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. One out, the runner at second here in game one of this 3-game set. Got him. 2 down.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Nelson Velazquez will hit next. Hard hit left side. That ends the frame. And now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Cincinnati. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Matthew Liberatore. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
TJ Friedl leading things off and takes a strike.
Ball one.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
That's ball 2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way. And a breaking ball misses outside. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Full extension makes the catch. What a play. Brian Torres, and he'll be out there in center after the injury.
Number 39.
In now for the Reds, Matt McLain.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
Ball.
His stolen base numbers this season are good enough to put him top 5 in baseball, Singy.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Here's a 2-0. That one pushed foul. One down. This one in the air center field. Torres coming on, pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Batting third.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, TJ Friedl.
Definitely home cooking for him, Boog. Batting better than .350 here at his home ballpark this season. I mean, a lot of that comes from sleeping in your own bed, having a regular routine, grabbing your favorite meal before you head to the ballpark. All the ins and outs of this place, this city. He's lighting it up, and the home fans, they've been loving it too.
Elly De La Cruz in the box now. No balls and a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
2 down. Nobody on.
Ball.
In for a strike. Now 1-2. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a ground ball. Winn. That's the third out. Scoreless after one. Back here at Great American Ballpark, new inning getting started. So the Cincinnati Reds putting together a terrific season so far, about a third of the way in. They came into the year looking like a team with a good shot at the postseason. We might need to upgrade that outlook.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is a team that's headed for October. They put together a very nice season so far.
Of course, now they need to keep it up and make sure they don't waste what's been a great start. Masyn Winn next up for the Cardinals. And first offering is fouled off. Greene, a former All-Star, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball. Second inning here, no score. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Now it's going to be Bryan Ramos on the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Two down, nobody on. Strike two.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Goes down looking. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
That's a ball. No, inside.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Close,
ball
but call the ball. 3-1. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The changeup missing. Ball 3. That one misses.
That pitch is up.
So
Ball 4.
lead-off walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. Steer went deep in his most recent game.
Well, it's clear they're struggling with pitch selection today. Swinging it off-speed stuff off the plate. They need to be more patient and wait for the right pitch, not just the next pitch.
No, that's down.
The 1-2. That's the third. There's 1 and 2.
He's out.
What a play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
That's it.
So digging in, Will Benson. There's a strike. Out to short, Winn. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
Replay, babe, you can come and get it. My team stay ready, we the best, don't forget it. Pick a side, no straddling in the line. You can check the scoreboard, man, the numbers don't lie. Nice try, K-bye. I got baddies on my team, kiss, kiss, high five.
On the ground right side, McLain tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Alec Burleson, the next to hit, grounded out his first time. Swinging a foul out of play. Out towards right center field. Myers under it. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals, left fielder Lars Nootbar.
Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbar. Doubled in his first AB. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early. Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. At the plate, Pedro Pages. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. Steer under it. And that's the third out. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stephenson. Late swing fouled off. The 0-1. There's a swing and a miss.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Dane Myers, the next to hit for the Reds.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now batting key Bryan Hayes. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The 0-1.
Ball, that's upstairs. Ball,
Good
that's
spot
outside.
for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. On the ground, out to short. Quick feed to second for 1. To first.
Oh.
Double play. Nicely done.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. That's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, TJ Friedl.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position
Oh,
this
that's off
season,
the
so
plate.
they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Right through there for a strike. His stolen base numbers this season are good enough to put him top 5 in baseball, Siggy. Right side, Prieto. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. 3 innings complete. We're tied, 0-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Nelson Velazquez.
I was born in the city. You know I'm gonna bring me down. Yeah, I was born in the city. Don't you beat me down.
You know, these Cardinals, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now at the plate, Brian Torres. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball, left side, and that's just foul. That one fouled off. Struck him out looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Next to hit, Masyn Winn. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Out to short, and it's through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Up next, Bryan Ramos.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound. Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. And that drops in for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
On the ground, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Cesar Prieto getting ready to hit. That one's in there, 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Greene, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Late on that fastball.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. In comes the run from second.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at second here with 2 away. Nathan Church now at the plate. Single to right in his first trip. Swing and a ground ball. McLain tosses to first, and that's the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Reds nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Bottom 4 in now for the Reds. Matt McLain.
Second baseman, Matt McLain.
Hey!
center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he's got a leadoff double in the fourth.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Elly De La Cruz will hit next. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Hard liner. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Walked his first time. Late swing, fouled off. And fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Good job to fight that one off. So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by one.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So two down. Now a chance for Will Benson. Grounded out his first time up.
Hey!
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Now a pop-up on the infield, and that ends the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. We're headed to the fifth. You're watching Reds baseball on The Show, Ohio. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. There's a strike. Fought off foul. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbar.
You know, these Cards really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. One thing is they haven't been fooled all that much. 6 of their hits have come off speed pitches. And that success against off-speed pitches tells me they're doing a great job of seeing the ball deep, letting the ball travel, and then just trying to use the whole field.
Right through there for a strike. The 1-2. Strikes him out with 100. Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Siggy.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And he's limited the damage so far. Nothing too bad. Might stick with this approach.
Pages at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at first, one away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Velazquez, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Out to short, and that one finds its way through. And out to aboard.
Now batting.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now up for St. Louis, Brian Torres. Tap foul at the plate. Hit on the ground to short. And that will end the inning. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get them home. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Reds 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stephenson. That's in there. That's strike 1. And that's a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Slice to right. Takes it in for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Myers in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And that one sliced foul. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. And it is 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Fires to first. there to beat him by an eyelash.
Well, he's one of the best shortstops in the sport, no doubt about it. And he put his skills on display once again right there. Great stop on the backhand, but it was the transfer and throw for me that really stood out. With the speed going down the line, there's no way he gets the out any other way. That was impressive.
Hayes in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Line drive to short and caught. Reds down in order. They're down 2-1.
Just give me one more chance to shine.
Back here in Cincinnati. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah. Chasing you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. The guest list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to test it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can who the best is. What's the metric? Yes.
Masyn Winn,
Leading off
the
for
next to
St.
hit.
Louis, shortstop, Masyn Winn.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Bryan Ramos next up for the Cardinals. Oh, 2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Guy is looking for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. Ramos thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. Still one challenge left for them. Well, there's a sign from the crew chief. We are officially in a rain delay as they'll put the tarp on the infield and hope this one passes quickly.
Well, the goal is to resume play within the hour, so that leaves these managers with a bit of a decision. And will they be able to keep their pitchers in the game or not? So we'll have to see on the other side, folks.
Two down, base is empty. Cesar Prieto next up for the Cardinals.
Yeah!
Two down, nobody on. Up the middle. McLain. St. Louis goes down in order. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Reds 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Richard Fitz.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Now the left fielder, TJ Friedl. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Riley O'Brien, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Stanek also throwing. The 1-0. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Out to center. Torres on the move. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Reds, second baseman.
And here is Matt McLain. 1 for 2. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone. I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
This one in the air, center field. 2 down.
Up next for the Reds, the shortstop.
Next for Cincinnati, Elly De La Cruz. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Laced down the line. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And the tying runs at second base with a double. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
And Eugenio Suarez up to hit down.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Runner edges away at second. On the ground, right side. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Reds lead 1, and our score remains 2-1. Top of inning number 7, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nathan Church. In the air, left field. and it stays fair. And it's a leadoff double to start the 7th.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. And it's second. And that is out of play. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. To third, Pages. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Up next for the Cardinals, left fielder Lars Nootbar.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbar. In there for strike 1. One out and a runner at second. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece. Handles, throws to first. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
Pedro Pages next up for the Cardinals.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That pitch gets the corner. 0-1. 2 outs with a runner at third.
Nope.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. To the right side. It's in and out of his glove, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. The Cards leave 1, but they still lead it 2-1. Set for the last half of the 7th. In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer.
Nope.
Fastball for a strike. There's a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Next for Cincinnati, Will Benson.
That's a ball.
The Redbirds trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Fouled off. He was late. And a 2-1 on the way. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 2-2. Out to short. Winn fires in time.
Everyone appreciates when a shortstop makes a play like that. Your manager's smiling over there, and your teammates are loving it.
Catcher, Tyler.
Here's the catcher, Tyler Stephenson. That one ripped, but foul. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Reds, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Graham Ashcraft.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Well, one-run game. Nelson Velazquez digs in now, 1 for 3.
Hey!
Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Brian Torres next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 in this one.
Hey!
The 0-1.
Nope, outside.
Ashcraft measures 6 feet 2 inches, 250 pounds, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2019. Foul ball there. Hauls it in, 1 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
1 out man at first. Stepping in, Masyn Winn. Rudder takes off. Fouled off down the right side.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman Bryan Ramos.
Digging in, Bryan Ramos. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. In the air to left center, De La Cruz pulls it in on the run. So one left for the Cardinals as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Riley O'Brien. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. Leading off, Dane Myers. Ground ball to the right side. Burleson takes it to the bag. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Ke'Bryan Hayes, the next to hit for the Reds. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
Ball 1.
Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Matt McLain, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. The Cards holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss.
Ball 2.
Hit in the air, right field. 2 away.
Up next for the Reds, left fielder TJ.
Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. That one fouled off. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. That's a base hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Up next for the Reds.
He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you wouldn't know it by how the ball came off his bat.
Substitution being made at first. Coming on to pinch run for the Reds, Noelvi Marte opting for a faster runner as they try to tie this thing up. Matt McLain now at the plate. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. That is the inning. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Reds 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sam Moll.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Stepping in, Cesar Prieto.
A little surprised they don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
Chop to third. Hayes picks it out of the dirt. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Great job from the first baseman to get a little dirty on the play for the catch. Just because it looked easy, that doesn't mean it was.
And now it's going to be Nathan Church. In the air, right field. Benson on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Benson under it. And that is that. 1, 2, 3 go to Cardinals. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Matt Swanson.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Elly De La Cruz getting ready to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. 1 up, 1 down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Suarez batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Reds.
So it's their last chance in this one. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent it. Terry Francona bringing a bat off the bench. Nathaniel Lowe trying to get something going for him with 2 away. Lowe in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. The Cardinals trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. That one pulled foul. Swanson is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
To my real ill heavyweight hitters, go-getters, 50 ways to make figures. They come on the spot to fail sisters like the handrail spitters and kids on the ziggas. When it's ugly, then the club is lovely. Thugs be sipping bubbly to my comrade. They keep it flaming high on dangerous blocks, claiming spots where the goal is to be one of the top-ranked soldiers, one of the high rollers. Get respect.